So she can be seen in various TV series going on. Apart from that, in the film, she portrays as a successful French lawyer and a human rights activist, Delphine. Uh, then we move on to Frederica Milano. She has previously acted in three short films. And in the movie, she plays a 17-year-old Adia, who is adopted by Delphine and Antoine at the age of 3. Then we have the associate producer, Lindsay Taylor Stewart, whose career in film production, theater, and drama education spans over 15 years. And she founded the Prague Film and Theater Center in 2010, and where she has been regularly performing with the reputable Prague Shakespeare Company. Welcome, all of you. Before we move on to the question answers, we would like to see the trailer, please.
Allô? Je comprends pas. Qu'est-ce qu'il a dit exactement? Je ne fais pas de sujet à répondre à la question. Les affaires? Chez moi, elle dit pas de mensonge. Je ne demande pas. Je veux pas. Vas-y. Son origine, sa classe sociale. Ok, bien. Je comprends pas ce que ça fait. Tu es rien. T'es un monstre. C'est quelque chose que vous voir.
Franchement, venant de toi, j'ai déjà vu pire.
So, first, I would like to request the producer to share her.
Yeah,
Thoughts?
thank you so much for having us, and thank you to IFFI for inviting us. It's been a lovely experience so far being in Goa, and we're just so happy to be here and present the film. One of the things I'd like to just start off is I'm Lindsay Taylor Stewart. I'm the managing director and associate producer of the project. And together with my business partners, Kava Danishmend, who is an Iranian director of the film, and Cem Degger, the Turkish actor, director, writer, who is also in the film and has written the film as well. We are Libra Rising, and we are a Prague-based Czech production company, and we are the majority producers of the project. So Endless Summer Syndrome is a homage to French cinema, and it was created by an international cast and crew during the pandemic. And it's really an amazing feat of all of these international filmmakers who, during a very difficult time in the world, decided to create this very simple story that has complex and difficult topics regarding familial incest. But we never really mention that in the film. It's all very kind of intentionally just living in the gray area. And the premise of the film essentially is that Delphine gets a phone call at minute 10 in the film, and she is told by an anonymous colleague that her husband is having an affair with one of her two adopted children. So from that moment on, the film becomes an investigative sexual thriller. Is this true? And if so, which of my children? And her reaction at the end is really what is the surprising element of this film. And from the moment that you start, when that phone call happens, the audience is really engaged in what's going to happen. And I think one of the things that the director does so nicely is lets the audience experience that as they're watching the film. There's not a strong commentary coming from the director or the writers, but they want the audience to experience that. So just a little bit of information about the film. It's a Czech-French co-production. Our Czech producer, we have two Czech companies involved in the production, Liber Rising, Kava, Gem, and Eyes Company, as well as IOPost, which is our post-production house, and our fellow producer, Jordi Nuovo, who is a established producer in the Czech Republic. We have partnered up with two French independent producers, Cedric Larvoir and Eva Larvoir. Cedric Larvoir is also the DOP of the film and has, you know, really shot an amazingly beautiful film for, you know, just very little resources. And Eva, Cedric and Eva actually got married in the chateau that the whole film is set in. So this film was shot in beautiful Corrèze, France. And we also have partnered with French and UK sales agent, a global sales agent, Elif, who is also our French co-producer. So we're very excited to go on a year of film festivals, hopefully. We had an amazing experience at Tallinn Black Nights, and the momentum is continuing here at IFI Goa. And we're just very looking forward to seeing what the audience is going to say about our shocking yet quite absurdly entertaining film.
Thank you, Lindsay. So now I would like to throw the stage open for questions. Questions from media, please.
Hi. See, for you, it's a very interesting title that you have chosen for such a film, which explores a bit of gray areas. So, can you tell me more about the title of the film?
I wish our director, Kava Danishman, was here to, or Jem Degger was here to explain the title, but maybe I can let one of the actresses tell you their thoughts on the title. Frederica?
I mean, my thought on this title, I feel like it's very poetic, and like Lindsay said before, it's like it's show the beautiful French cinema, and it starts with this very poetic French title.
Excuse me for my English. Shame on me. It's very bad. So sometimes Candice helps me. Okay. I think syndrome. That's a problem in the mind. So that's represent maybe also the problem of Delphine, the Delphine's problem. Syndrome, that's a sick, maladie.
A sickness.
A sickness, yes. So that explain maybe the movie.
I think with the conversations that I've had with the director and the writer, they definitely wanted to shoot this film during the summer in a bright, sunny area with a swimming pool as a very big symbol of the film. And the idea that it just seems like an idyllic summer holiday that just keeps on going, but yet there is a darkness underneath and there is a secret that lies below. And I think one of the interesting things about the cinematography and the color correction of the film is that it is still so bright and sunny, even when there's darkness.
I would like to ask Sophie and Frederica, having an international cast and crew, what was your experience during the shoot?
During the shoot.
Yeah.
So I repeat, my English is very bad. So and Kaveh Danishman, the Iranian director, doesn't speak French at all. So it was my fear, fear, my peur, la peur, fear. Uh, de se comprendre,
To understand.
to
She was
understand.
afraid.
Yes. So, but it was perfect. Laurine était là. The first assistant was here to translate when sometimes there was subtlety in the direction of my character, and finally we did it.
Frederica, please.
It was also my first international, I guess, project. It was easier for me as I speak English, and so I feel really connected with Cave's direction. I really digged into the script because we received it in English first, and we had to translate during all of the shoots in French. So it was a very it was a team building translation between English and French, and I felt really, really good.
I actually missed something very important, and I need to say it. So the story itself was written by Kava Danishman and Jem Degger, who are a filmmaking duo that's based in Prague. But they early elicited help from a screenwriter, director, Laureen Bobby, who also became the AD, and she was really pivotal on the set. And, you know, she was responsible for translating the entire script. Funny story, Kava does not speak French, so imagine directing a French language story and having to do it through multiple translators. And I think one of the things that the director has told me is that the actors themselves and anybody who did speak French on set were really collaborative with the work. They were listening inside the moment, and the film became organic because of their contributions.
And that's also why the look, the intention was so important, so special, because the words doesn't matter. Les mots, finalement, c'est au-delà des mots. Le jeu est au-delà des mots. The play is over the words. No, I hope.
I think maybe that it went beyond the language, even though the
Yeah.
language was very important to the heart of that French cinema. The story itself and the intentions and the motivations of the actors really went beyond the language, and I think that that's one of the things that make this film so special when it's made by an international cast and crew.
A question for you, Lindsay. That the premise that this movie portrays is likely to be perceived differently by different sections of society, by different age groups. So, who exactly is your target audience?
That's a really great question. And I think given that there is a theme of familial incest in this movie, it's going to have different reactions from all over the globe. And I think that this is a perfect candidate for world cinema because we're interested in the audience reactions to this movie. It was very much intentional to have it be shot in France and have it be a French story for the reasons of the world looking at France and seeing the liberal, open society. And I think that that was really important. But as we've shown it to various different test audiences from North America, France, in the middle of Europe, and now Tallinn, and very interested to hear what is going to happen in India. I think it's important that the audience and their reaction their reaction is what will inform us of how the film is perceived. And it will be surprising to us too, I think. One of the things that we have noticed is when we've shown the screener to industry colleagues or our test audiences, they all say it was a well shot movie, and they go away, but then we get phone calls, we get emails saying, I cannot stop thinking about this film. Trin Tramberg the programmer of Tall and Black Night, that this film haunted her all summer. It is a film that you find yourself analyzing the actions of the characters in the movie, and questioning whether or not that was the ethical, moral thing to do, or questioning why they decided to react that way, and questioning what the director might have meant by making this film. So I think that dialogue is what makes this film just such an excellent candidate for film festivals all over the globe. You know, this is not a film that they decided to do to make a commentary on family incest. This was a film with a very simple storyline that was easy to follow, and it is a thriller, and it engages you right away, and it allows you to make those controversial debates within your head as you're watching it. So that's my answer.
So, Sophie, what do you hope audience will take away from this movie?
I hope you'll come tomorrow to see our movie. Us. To see us.
Our movie.
Yeah, no, but because it was really exciting and stressed for me, because I discovered the movie last week in the same time the viewer at Tallinn.
She
Tallinn.
saw the movie for the first time
Yes.
at our world premiere. We kept
So
it secret.
I was like this, and that's really surprising because that's there's no moral, il n'y a pas de morale, dans le sens où comment dire, c'est très difficile pour moi d'expliquer. J'espère que vous allez ne pas vous arrêter à une histoire d'inceste. I hope you won't stop at the incest story. This is over that. This is how a woman who built a family try to build a great family and a world for.
Her world is collapsing.
Yes, and this is the way of this woman, and yeah.
Any questions from the audience? Yes, please. Can you repeat it in the mic, please? Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it's great to see all women panel present here. My question to the producer and the actor as well, how essential did you see that such stories need to be told?
I can start. One of the things that thoroughly impressed me, because I was not on the production set. I came on board later when Jem and Kava showed me the rough cut. One of the things that impressed me first and foremost was that they centered the story around the matriarch, and that the matriarch did and acted in ways that was unexpected, and that she has the power in the family. She makes the money. Even the daughter is unexpected in ways. And I think that they've written and collaborated together as a group to find dynamic, complex ways of showcasing the women characters here. So kudos to the director, and kudos to Lauren Bobby, who I'm sure had input in this. Kava runs the Iranian Film Festival in Prague, and Women, Life, Freedom is something that he's been advocating for in Iran for quite some time, and I think that it shows a maturity on his part to find this to root this story in a strong, mature woman perspective. And I think I'm really honored to be the producer who is the face of the production right now at festivals, and happy to be working with these lovely ladies as well now. I think that there are many strong women who are in this production, from the production designer, Jennifer Margaret Bailey, to the screenwriter and AD, Lauren Bobby. We have a woman gaffer, Jessica Radlowski. Please don't butcher that name for me. But yeah, there were more women on set than men in this. But it was directed by a man with sensibilities. What do you think
But the story.
about the women characters?
Yeah, like the lead role is run by a woman, and I think it's also good that it's not run by 20 years old woman like we used to see in Hollywood. We can see a mother of a family who's running the family, and she's managing everything almost. She has the lead role in the family, and it's interesting also to see this perspective, I think, in cinema. And of course, behind this film, the production, like Lindsay said, there's a lot of women include with they have a voice, strong voice, with like main decision in the process. So I think it's something that we don't see that much, especially in this industry. So it's very good. Like, I hope others will take our example.
We were even talking in the car about your character last night and how she was different from other women characters at your age you've been getting.
Yeah, and the fact that my character, she brings something very light and fun in the film, and she's not just beautiful, sensitive, and strong. Most of young role, the girl has to be beautiful, sensitive, and strong. It's way more than that. There's more complexity around this character, and I felt very interesting to dig into this character with a lot of complexity other than her beautiness and shows as a strong woman.
Her character is really integral in the story, and she harbors secrets as well. So I think that that's refreshing.
So there are a lot of elements in the movie and a big surprise, right, in the end, which they would like to reveal in their premiere. So on this note, I would like to conclude this press conference. Thank you. We would like to thank all the panelists, all the friends from the media.
Greatly welcome.
Oh,
Yes, thank
so
you.
good.
Yeah.
Thank you so
much.
much.
Goa.
Thank you for your
So-
hospitality. Goa is
Yeah.
beautiful and colorful, and we're just so happy to be here.